Men over 60, let me ask you something. Have you noticed little changes creeping in that you once brushed off as just age? Maybe your energy doesn't carry you through the day like it used to. Maybe your skin feels thinner, your joints a little stiffer. Or maybe, intimacy isn't what it once was. You still want that spark, but something feels off. And deep down, you wonder if this is just the new normal. What if I told you it doesn't have to be? What if the solution isn't another pill, another prescription, or another empty promise, but something surprisingly simple, something you may already have sitting in your home right now? An ancient oil, overlooked by many, but quietly powerful for men's health after 60. I'm Dr. David Jarrard. For more than 30 years as a urologist, I've worked with men just like you. Men who wanted answers. Men who wanted to feel alive again. And what I've seen time and time again is this. When you give your body the right support, even small changes can unlock big results. Because here's the truth, intimacy, energy, and overall wellness aren't just about looking younger or feeling like you did at 25. They're about connection. Connection to yourself. To your health. To your partner. To the life you deserve to keep living fully, even in your golden years. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll know 5 surprising benefits of castor oil for men over 60, from boosting circulation, to supporting intimacy, to helping your joints and even your skin. You'll also discover a simple nightly ritual, one that takes less than 2 minutes, that many men swear by to restore confidence and vitality. But before we get into it, I want you to do one small thing for me right now. Drop a quick comment that says, "I'm here." Let me know you're ready to learn. Because here on Golden 70s Health, we're building a community of men who want to stay strong, stay sharp, and stay connected in their later years. And if that's you, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, let's talk about this powerful oil, and why it might just be the missing link in your journey to lasting health and intimacy. Now, let's begin with the very first benefit of castor oil, something that sits at the core of every man's health after 60. Benefit number 1, boosting circulation and intimacy. Imagine rivers that once flowed freely, crystal clear, rushing with power. Over time, those same rivers start to slow down. Sediment builds up, the water trickles instead of flows, and suddenly what was once vibrant is now sluggish. That's exactly what happens inside your body as you age. Your arteries and blood vessels lose flexibility, and circulation weakens. And when blood flow slows, intimacy suffers. Not because you've lost desire, but because your body simply isn't delivering the fuel it once did. Here's where castor oil comes in. This simple, thick golden oil contains something special, ricinoleic acid. Science has shown that when applied to the skin, it doesn't just sit on the surface. It penetrates, stimulating circulation and encouraging the flow of oxygen-rich blood right where you need it most. Think of it as gently opening up those rivers again, clearing the path for stronger, healthier flow. Now, here's the misconception I hear all the time. Most men think intimacy issues are purely about testosterone or simply about getting older. My levels are low, so this is just the way it is. But that's not the full picture. In fact, many struggles come back to circulation. Without proper blood flow, even the highest hormone levels can't restore what's missing. So here's the advice. Take a few drops of castor oil, warm it gently between your hands, and apply it with a light massage at night. Focus on consistency, not force. Just 1 or 2 minutes, letting the oil do its work. Over time, this small act may help stimulate circulation, enhance sensitivity, and bring back the confidence you thought was gone. But circulation is only the beginning. Because even if the blood is flowing, your tissues still need to stay flexible, strong, and comfortable. And that's where the second surprising benefit of castor oil comes in. Benefit number 2, supporting tissue flexibility and comfort. Think of clay for a moment. When it's fresh, it bends, molds, and shapes easily. But leave it sitting out too long, and what happens? It dries, hardens, and cracks. The same slow process can happen inside your body as you age, especially in delicate tissues that once stretched, flexed, and moved with ease. For many men over 60, this stiffness shows up where it matters most. What once felt natural begins to feel tight, uncomfortable, even awkward. Some describe it as a pulling sensation. Others just notice things don't move the way they used to. And it's easy to shrug it off and say, well, that's just aging. But here's the truth, it doesn't have to stay that way. Castor oil has a unique ability. Unlike many oils that only coat the surface, castor oil penetrates deeply. When massaged into the skin, it works like moisture soaking into hardened clay, slowly softening and restoring flexibility. It hydrates tissues from within, easing tension and allowing them to function more naturally. Over time, this can bring back comfort you thought was permanently gone. Now, let's clear up a common misconception. Most men assume stiffness is permanent. They believe that once elasticity is lost, it's over for good. But that's not entirely true. While age does bring changes, tissues can respond when given the right support. Just as stiff clay can soften with water and care, your body can respond with the right attention. Here's the practical step you can take: consistency. Not once, not twice, but nightly. Just a few drops massaged gently can begin the process of softening and hydrating those tissues. This is not about force, it's about patience. A simple, repeated act of self-care that can gradually restore comfort, flexibility, and ease in ways that surprise you. And beyond stiffness, there's something more silent yet dangerous. Something that doesn't just affect comfort, but also your long-term health: inflammation. Benefit number 3, calming inflammation and discomfort. Have you ever had a small ache that you thought was nothing at first, but weeks or months later, it was still there, nagging at you, sometimes even getting worse? That's how chronic inflammation works. It doesn't arrive like a sudden storm, it creeps in quietly, like a slow fire smoldering under the surface. And the longer it burns, the more damage it can cause. For men over 60, inflammation often shows up in places that are hard to talk about: the pelvic area, the lower back, the hips, or even in those delicate areas tied to intimacy. What starts as mild discomfort can slowly rob you of energy, flexibility, and even confidence. You begin to avoid certain movements, certain moments, simply because they don't feel good anymore. Now, this is where castor oil has something special to offer. That same ricinoleic acid I mentioned earlier isn't just good for circulation, it's also a natural anti-inflammatory. When applied topically, it helps cool that hidden fire inside your body, easing irritation and supporting healthier tissues. Think of it like pouring cool water on smoldering embers, allowing your body to find relief where it needs it most. Here's the mistake many men make: they rely only on pills. Painkillers, quick fixes, or prescriptions that mask the symptoms but never address the root. Don't get me wrong, medicine has its place, and you should always follow your doctor's guidance. But nature has its own tools, too. Ignoring those is like ignoring the simplest, safest solutions right at your fingertips. That's why I recommend making castor oil part of your routine, not as a replacement for medical care, but as a natural support alongside it. A gentle massage with this oil, night after night, can help reduce discomfort and make everyday movement easier. And when the inflammation calms down, something amazing happens: the nerves in your body often begin to wake back up. Benefit number 4, supporting nerve sensitivity and pleasure. Imagine trying to listen to your favorite song on the radio, but the signal is weak. The music is there, but it cuts in and out, the sound isn't clear, and the joy you once felt isn't the same. That's what happens when your nerves lose sensitivity. The signal is faint. The connection isn't as strong. And when it comes to intimacy, that weak signal can mean less enjoyment, less responsiveness, and less connection than you remember. For many men over 60, this quiet decline in nerve sensitivity feels discouraging. You may notice that what once felt electric now feels dull. It's easy to assume this change is permanent, that the wires are broken and there's nothing you can do. But here's the encouraging truth. Nerves can often repair themselves, especially when you give your body the right environment to heal. That's where castor oil comes into play again. By boosting blood flow and calming inflammation, it creates the exact conditions nerves need to regenerate and reawaken. Fresh oxygen-rich blood carries nutrients. Reduced inflammation removes obstacles. Over time, those fragile nerves may start to hear the signal more clearly, bringing back sensation and responsiveness. And here's the misconception so many men believe: they think lost sensitivity is permanent. They resign themselves, telling themselves, that part of my life is over. But it doesn't have to be. Just as a weak radio signal can be strengthened with the right antenna, your nerves may respond when given consistent care and attention. So here's what you can do: make this a daily ritual. A few drops of castor oil massaged gently into the right areas, night after night, can help create the environment your nerves need to repair. It won't happen overnight, but with consistency, you may begin to notice subtle changes, small sparks of sensation, growing stronger over time. And remember, this isn't only about physical sensation. It's about the emotional connection that comes with it. Feeling present, feeling engaged, feeling alive again. That spark can return. But castor oil isn't just for what's inside, it also protects what's outside too. And that's where our fifth benefit comes in. Benefit number 5, hydrating and protecting delicate skin. As we age, our skin becomes like dry earth under the hot sun. It cracks, it loses elasticity, and it no longer has that soft resilience it once did. You might notice it on your hands, your face, or your arms, but it also happens in the most sensitive areas of your body. Areas where comfort matters most. When skin becomes thin and fragile, it can lead to irritation, dryness, and even discomfort that quietly affects your confidence and your intimacy. This is where castor oil reveals yet another gift. Unlike many products that only sit on the surface, castor oil is a true natural emollient. That means it doesn't just coat the skin, it penetrates deeply, locking in hydration and nourishing the layers underneath. It forms a protective barrier, keeping moisture where it belongs and shielding fragile skin from the dryness that comes with age. Over time, this simple nightly care can keep the skin supple, strong, and more comfortable. Here's where a lot of men make a mistake. They think lotions or oils are just cosmetic. Something for appearance, not for real health. But here's the truth: your skin is your largest organ, and when it's dry and fragile, it directly affects how you feel, not just physically, but emotionally. Healthy skin supports comfort during intimacy, reduces irritation, and helps you stay confident in your own body. So here's a simple piece of advice: each night, after your shower, apply a thin layer of castor oil to those delicate areas. It doesn't need to be much. Just a light film is enough to hydrate, protect, and nourish the skin while you sleep. Think of it as giving your body a drink of water at the very time it needs it most. And remember, this small act isn't only about skin, it's about everything it represents. Care. Comfort. Confidence. A nightly ritual that tells your body, I am worth this care. Now that you know these 5 surprising benefits of castor oil: improving circulation, supporting tissue flexibility, calming inflammation, reawakening nerve sensitivity, and protecting delicate skin, it's time to step back and talk about the bigger picture of why this truly matters on an emotional level. It can feel discouraging to notice these changes in your body after 60. The slowing energy. The stiffness. The dryness. The intimacy that doesn't quite feel the same. You might catch yourself wondering if this is simply the road ahead, if the best parts of living and loving are behind you. But let me reassure you, you are not alone in these thoughts, and you are not powerless in this journey. So many men silently carry these feelings, thinking it's a private burden they have to accept. But instead of seeing these shifts as decline, I want you to begin to see them as an opportunity to care for your body in new, smarter ways. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means adapting. It means discovering tools and rituals that support you now, in the season of life you're in. That's where something as simple as castor oil becomes more than just an oil. It becomes a symbol of self-care, a nightly reminder that your health, your comfort, and your connection still matter. Even starting with one small ritual, just a few drops of castor oil at night, can begin to change how you feel. It's not just about circulation, or tissue flexibility, or softer skin. It's about what those things bring: strength, confidence, and closeness with the people you love. Think about it, this isn't about chasing youth or pretending you're 20 again. It's about enjoying vitality right now. It's about being able to walk into each day with energy. To sit across from your partner and feel that spark of intimacy without hesitation. To know that even in your golden years, you are still alive, connected, and fully present. And here's the hope I want to leave with you: your story is not over. Your body is capable of responding, healing, and thriving, even now. You don't have to settle for less. With love, patience, and consistency, you can write a new chapter, one filled with health, strength, and renewed intimacy. Now, let's bring everything together and talk about the simple steps you can take today to begin this journey. So let's take a moment to bring everything together. To recap, castor oil may boost circulation, soften tissues, calm inflammation, reawaken nerve sensitivity, and hydrate delicate skin. 5 small benefits, but when you add them up, they can create big changes in how you feel, changes that affect your energy, your comfort, and your confidence. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried castor oil before, whether for wellness, joint relief, or even intimacy? Did you notice any difference? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might be the very thing another man needs to read today to take his first step. And if you haven't tried it yet, tell us, would you consider starting this simple nightly ritual? Let's start a conversation together. If you found this video helpful, I'd ask one small favor: take a second to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment here on Golden 70s Health. This channel is built for you, for men who want natural, science-backed health tips after 60. Every time you engage, it helps more men find this community, and it lets us keep bringing you insights that make a real difference. And finally, let me leave you with this: thank you for spending your time here today. Thank you for choosing to invest in your health, your vitality, and your future. Stay strong, stay informed, and know that you're not on this journey alone. This is Golden 70s Health, and I'll see you in the next video.